Alright, you lot. It's getting to the point in here now when we're getting too much stuff everywhere and it's getting a bit cramped for space. Anyway, I've got several welding projects on the go. But me trusty welding screen, this one give up. I think it's because it's sat hanging up on the thing for so long. I reckon it must have an internal battery in there. I've had it out on charge now for a few days. Solar powered as far as I can see. I've tried to get this one working. This one's had it completely. I can't. I've taken out the screen thing and I can't get it to work. I think this one's completely had it. This was a good screen. I think just hanging up there for about 10 years has done it no good. But this one now, if I look up at the sun with it, it'll darken. So hopefully it's going to do some stuff. And I've got a little project on the floor. I've got half an exhaust I managed to weld up. I've got to finish off half of an exhaust. But I want to show you the little project I'm doing with this sack barrel. Have a look at this. I think it should turn out pretty good once it's done. So we've all seen this sack barrel. I showed you this before. Now this is what I planned on doing. I didn't really expect this piece of flat, but I thought it was going to be thinner than that because I didn't ask. Well, I got this from my dad. He had this laying around and he said he had some metal and I said brilliant. I thought it was going to be a little piece of bar, but it's brilliant. It's better that it's turned out thicker. I should have asked him, but it doesn't matter because it worked out brilliant. So he's cut me 2 20 inches and 3 8 inches. So that is what we're going to end up with. And I reckon I'm going to obviously measure it so that I get the centre there will be, so it will be the same either side. I've just mocked it up for now. I haven't measured it. I just put it there to show you. So I'm obviously going to weld that bit to the barrow at the back there and underneath, so it's nice and strong. And then that's going to get all welded together, and we'll end up with that. And the idea of it is, in the end, the bouncy castle can then just sit on there when it's all folded up, be ratchet strapped to the back, and wheel it around. It'll make it a lot easier to transport because at the moment we have to carry it with 2 people. Or I did have another sack barrel, but it wasn't heavy duty and it all bent the axle. So this one should be a lot better. So I'm going to get all these edges all cleaned up, and hopefully my screen will hold out long enough for me to do this and the rest of this exhaust, which is laying on the floor down there, which has been there for a couple of weeks now. Anyway, let's see what happens. Well, there we go. That's all tacked up now. Got it so that it's 10 inches from the middle. That's the middle. That chalk line there is the middle, 10 inches. This isn't exact, but it's more than it. It's near enough, and that's what we're going to have. So we're going to end up with a sack barrel with a massive thing there, and that is hopefully it might, the bouncy castle might come out a little bit, but it's going to be enough of a footprint so that the bouncy castle can actually sit on there happy. It's not going to come off over the end, because what can happen is when you use these sack barrows, a lot of people use sack barrows are too short, and sometimes it can split or rip the bouncy castle with the edge of it because it's too short. So you want one that comes out further than what the bouncy castle does, or at least far enough so there's not a lot of weight pushing down on the bouncy castle itself, or whatever it is, whatever you might be transporting a bouncy slide, I don't know, but it's the bouncy castles that we're going to be using it for. So there we go. Just going to weld it all up now. And once I've welded it, any sharp edges I'll grind off, and there we go. That should be perfectly good. My screen, it was touch and go for a while. I thought this ain't gonna work, and then I messed around with the settings on it, and it seems to have been working. Sometimes it doesn't quite darken, so I'm like, oh God. And then I'm like, let's try again. I try again, and it darkens. So I don't know, it's not very healthy, but it's working. As long as I can get this job done without going blind, we'll be alright. Look at that. That is a big no-no. You never ever weld near your steel rule, because what happens is you get spatter all over it and it ruins it. You can't use it like that. And I've gone against the cardinal rule of steel rules, and I've welded against my steel rule. So now it's going to ruin that, them markings there. I can knock that little bit of spatter off, but never do it. You see people all the time measuring and then welding right next to their steel rules. It just ruins them. You get spatter all over them and then you can't use them. I've still got some issues to work out with the welder. I think it's the gun. It's a brand new gun, but every now and again the wire seems to get stuck at the end there, so I've got to have a look at that, and the button gets stuck in as well. It seems these days you can buy something brand new and it's not all that good. So when you're welding it does get stuck. So, but anyway, managed to weld it regardless. Some not so good welds, but doesn't matter. The fact is they welded it, and I'm going to grind them a little bit anyway to make sure there's no sharp edges that are going to pop the bouncy castle. But that's that done. And I welded it on the front because I wanted it to bow, and I know some of you are going to say yeah, it's just bowed and you think it's good. If you weld one side of something it'll bend upwards, so I wanted it to be slightly off the ground, because when I store the bouncy castle on the sack barrel I want it to be off the ground. So we now have a gap, which is exactly what I was hoping for. So brilliant, that's that done. I have done some little welds on the bottom there just to keep it, well, I want it to be as strong as possible, and my philosophy is over-engineer everything. If you over-engineer things, you can't go wrong. So I made sure I welded it as much as I could. Could go more, there's more places to weld, but there's no need to do little welds. I've done as many as I could. Make it as strong as I can possibly make it. That way, we can't go wrong. I think I'm gonna have to, I don't know if I trust this all that well. I mean, sometimes it takes 2 or 3 seconds to dark, even though it is on minimum delay and max sensitivity. And 2 or 3 seconds, if you're doing that a lot, you know, you want it to go, blink of an eye, you want it to be dark. You don't want to be looking at an arc for 2 seconds, you know what I mean? It's not good for you. If you do that more than, you know, a few times, it's not good for your eyes. So, there's something wrong with that. But I can't afford a new one, so it's going to have to stay like that for now. That project, my friends, is done. I'm in two minds. Right? I like it like that. I like the rust. I like the way it looks. I'm going to leave it like that, I think. But I want you to put in the comments, should I sand it all off and give it a paint? Should I paint it? Make it look all new? Or should I just leave it like that? I want to leave it like that personally, because I think I just like the look of it, the rust. You know, it tells the life of it, and now I've extended it. It's like an extension of a house. Leave it all rough. There's no need to make everything new and nice and pristine if it's working fine as it is. But I want to know in the comments, what would you do? So, do you think I should paint it? Do you think I should leave it as it is? If enough of you say paint it, I'll paint it. We'll see. I'll tell you what I have got, look. I don't know if I've got enough of it. I wanted to use this for the step on the camper van, on the toll booth. 2 steps either side, drivers and passengers. I wanted to use this, glue it to it, make it look nice, you know. But I could get some more, or I could put carpet on it, you know, just to try and protect the bouncy castle a bit, you know. I haven't got enough of this, but I could get some more rubber matting, and I could put some rubber matting on there, glue it on, and that would protect it nicely then, wouldn't it? Well, there's an idea for the future. I have got some carpet. I could put some carpet on there to protect it. Let me have a think. Let me have a look for the carpet. Well, the other thing I've got up here, look, that's a car mat for your footwells, you know, car mat thing. I've got that carpet up there. Well, I've got some, oh look, I've got some them carpets. Got that one there, like a black carpet. Well, them thicker ones, they're no good really. That might be a good mat to glue on there. Cut that up and glue that on there perhaps. Yeah, these are just for the car footwell, you know. Peugeot one. One's not going to be enough. So one ain't going to be enough. I'd need 2. I need to cut 2 up. One would go on there. One would go on there like that. I'd cut a little slip down there. That'd go on there. Now I can just glue that around the edges along that beam. And then I'd have to cut the other one up. I have to cut that one to go around there, look, and then cut the edges. In fact, I might just fold them edges over. The project gets longer and longer. You know what it's like when you think something's finished and then you come up with more ideas and you think, bloody hell. But it would make it good though, wouldn't it? That would make it good. Or do I just get a bit of that black carpet and put that on it? The matting would last longer than the carpet, but the carpet is matte carpet. It's floor mat. You know, I bought it for the camper van and that's what got left over. So, should we go and get that down and make more of a mess with that as well? Right, so I've decided I'm going to use these mats, forget the carpet. So I've marked where I need to cut this second one. Got my Stanley, I've only got a couple of blades, so hopefully it's sharp enough. And then cut this out, put that one there, that one should be able to fit around the edge. I'll glue it on, happy days, and that'll be project done then, apart from potentially painting it. Things around. Oh, do that in a minute. I use a glue gun. I had a bottle of super glue, really good super glue, but the lid, it was so good that the lid got stuck on it, and I was jabbing it with a screwdriver. I was trying to get this super glue off, I couldn't get it off, so in the end I just put it in the bin. So I'm going to use hot glue to glue that on. Away we go, happy days. Couldn't be more over the moon with this. Well, I was just trying to glue that on there and the old glue gun broke. The old trigger went bang and that was the end of that. So now it doesn't actually push the glue through anymore, which is a shame. This was a good glue gun, had this for quite some time. Oh well, I suppose things like this only last so long. But the good thing is, I did manage to get it glued on mostly. A little bit there I didn't get glued. I don't think it's going to hold. This hot glue is not particularly good, but it's job done. Look at that. Might look a bit funny, but I did toy with the idea of trimming around the edges, but I think I'll leave it like that. And one day, not now because it's dark outside and it's just a hassle, but I'll show you this in action. We'll have the bouncy castle on it and we'll be wheeling it around, the ratchet strap holding it to it, so you ain't gonna hold it the whole time, and that'll be that. Nice. I reckon that's gone really well. Sweet, man. Right, you lot, I am very hot and sweaty, even though it's the time 9:15 in the evening. It's still well over 25 degrees. It's probably 26, 27 degrees. Very hot. So I'll catch you a lot later on. Thanks for watching. Treat people nice, love life, and I'll see you later on. And don't forget to let me know. I know there's going to be mixed opinions, so that's what I'm interested to hear. Should I paint it? Should I leave it as is? Should I clean all this and paint it? I can't paint that down there now obviously because I've gone and glued a mat on it. But should I do all this and paint it? Or should I leave it as it is? I think I like it as it is. Look how that's worn there. That's worn away there. And the same on the other side. Do you know why that is? Because years of it being chucked on its back. Oh no, I told you that glue was no good. Years of it being chucked like that in the back of like lorries and vans and things, and they scrape. That's why that's like that. A bit of water in there, look, coming out. Anyway, I'm going to get some better glue and glue that on. Thanks for watching, you lot.